Right. Everyone, oops. We are now live for a few hours. Right. Live for a few hours. Send me your builds for review. If you feel stuck, let me help you. Send now. I think that's the live. All right. And then on the video.
And then
In this. And that. Community post. Hideout Warrior stream? No. I've kept everything from every build that I've ever made, and I need to start selling some stuff because I haven't really been crafting anything. Like, I haven't been doing like any farm strats. I mean, it's really just like make build, record a bunch of stuff, 200% delirium with like, you know, Deli or Abyss tablets, and then record expeditions, which is like that's the only like slightly profitable part of it. But I feel like because I'm testing builds, I don't do alders because it's like I don't know how the build is gonna do. So yeah, I mean, I just have like so much. I have like, yeah, I have like, I should probably start using Flame Blast. Yeah, I have like 2 GB3s, which is I probably need to start selling some stuff. Like just, oh my god, this is like. Brady Beast 9, thank you so much for following. Welcome. Although next time though, Handy, I'll send you this PoE Ninja that I was kind of interested in. You could probably find it if you did, but if you look it up, but it's basically like incendiary shot and cast on ailment contagion, and I think, yeah, I'll show you guys. Wait, yeah, it's pretty cool. Basically, I was looking at like other underused skills, and then I settled on incendiary shot. Even though like the Dreadful guy had a video on it, I was not super keen on making another oil ground build because that's what he was doing. But an incendiary shot seems perfect because it's another 0.0% skill, just like how Glacial Bolt was. I'm sure it's not as, you know, overtuned as wait, are people in my YouTube chat? I'm not really seeing. My Maltese chat is not loading, so let me just pull up both. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Handy, because I think what I want to do with this. What the hell? I don't see the YouTube chat. Yo, what's up, Space Wizard? Yeah, but anyways, what I want to do with the build is the surround of the jewels. Yo, Ben, I didn't see your message. Would you mind messaging again? I just want to make sure it's. Oh, I guess I see Nookie. Let me just send it to you real quick. But yeah, so contagion spreads. Level 3 igniting shotgun blast. Noob Fallen from Grace. I love that name. Oh, yo, what's up, man? You love the build? Dude, I'm so glad you love it. I was testing some really useless things, so put everything back on. I'm gonna be gone next week for San Diego Comic-Con, so I kind of wanted to. You convert five. Yes, 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 exactly, exactly that. Yeah. Important special mission for you. Is that where you are? I just started this league. Dude, enjoy. Dude, I'm gonna fuck it up. Yeah, I'm gonna be there for the week because my work is bringing me to San Diego Comic Con. So, um, uh, yeah, I mean, I love San Diego. So, I don't know how you feel about it as someone who lives there, but every time I visit, it's just like sunshine and butterflies. I mean, I think isn't it? What the hell is it just sending? Maybe I'll tell you guys something, or I'll tell you in DM. Wait. Oh my god, guys, I'm the fucking worst. All right, let me send you and Handy. Oh my god, the goose has visited. Are you serious? I'm gonna fuck it up. I can't, dude. I'm gonna fuck it up. Are you serious? Oh my god, dude. Excuse me. Are you guys serious? Oh my god. Okay, let me 1 second. Mm. One second, guys. All right. We have one shot. Make it count. This is the bar. Good luck. Oh god. I got two. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I turned it off. How did I turn it off? I turned off the ones that start because that was when I watch Twitch. That's really annoying. Like, I want to at least get into like the content a little bit before I watch like minutes of ads. But I didn't know that there were still ads before during as well. Um. All right. Uh. All right, guys. Oh my god, I got so much shit in my. Oh, my thing's all set, messed up. Okay, all right, fine. We'll just do that later. All right. Absent Amulet, Eternal Rage, Omen of Sanctification, and Divine Orb. We are looking to hit +4. Man. Was this item on? Yep. Next rare item will sanctify it. Allocates Paragon. Everything looks good. All right, good luck, guys. All right. I guess good luck to me. Okay, it didn't do anything. I guess that's better than -2. I mean the +2. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Level it first. Actual nothing burger. The defense went up a bit. Yeah, I think it's 38 to 44, right? enjoy that defense, buddy. That's on my check. Enjoy, buddy. Yeah, you can face tank Shaper beams now. Searing Flame F. I honestly, I know it's not the best outcome, but I'm just glad that it didn't go to play. I'm just glad that it's still usable. Noob Fallen from Grace says, I started this league super late and this slaps, to be honest with the divs. Dude, I'm so glad you enjoy it. Yeah, I still didn't drop. Yeah. Yeah. Space Wizard, how are you? Also, Brady Beast, what did you mean by the level 3 igniting shotgun blast? Is that like a build? Because I do want to do research on Incense Blast. It sounds really cool in general, at least. All right. Oh, I gotta take out not elemental focus. Efficiency. Yep, everything's balanced. We'll use the prism because now that I'm not shackled by low budget. Is that good? Oh, I have to rezone, right? Okay. Thank you. Are you Nuki or are you Goose Mako? What is the naming hierarchy in the Goose Cartel? Like, are you head goose? Oh, galvanic charge spot. Yes. I was talking about incendiary shot. Yeah. It's not the. I don't know if it's super low level. You might be thinking about fragmentation rounds. I don't know what level it is, but it's not a. I don't know when you get it, but yeah. Oh, I don't need Nance and Hope. It was pure coincidence. That's crazy. All right, guys. I'm here to help gamers, but if you don't have anything for me, I will show you guys a quick map showcase of where we are on the build. I also need to update my MOBA. Hopefully you can find like a delirium map. Hang on. Let's do a quick map. I don't know, what do we want? Just like Abyss. Rare monsters. Effectiveness. 4 additional Abyss. Alright. Do I have any more delirium? Oh, good night. That's funny. I'll message you about San Diego, I guess. That's funny. What's changed from the last vid? Not really anything. It's just like for folks who haven't caught up yet, I guess. Zerenus. Zerenus. Thank you for following. I appreciate you. The RNG was on our side, so we had to play. Thank you. Nokia, I appreciate you like hanging out and like always having like good vibes and stuff. And you did win a giveaway, so you know that's me respecting the goose. That's me respecting the goose. No, but some do you? Yeah, not really. I mean, I haven't found it to be too big of an issue. Are you doing cast on dodge or are you doing cast on elemental ailment? Because ever since I swapped to cast on dodge, I get a lot less of that. I guess we can just work through this one. I get a lot less of that because I just do less tornadoes. But yo, Jasper, what's up? Because yeah, the tornadoes are really the ones that pick up the fire. It's not the oil ground. It's not the oil ground. So, yeah, I unfortunately don't have like the best solution for it. We're basically like just trying to figure out like how we can prolife or how we can if we can find a way to kill flying monsters without tornado, then we can take it out of our build. Because like at this point, it's not really even that important. But it is important for automating like killing flying monsters. But yeah, I leveled a gemling because I binge watched a video. Now I'm contemplating which. Oh, I would say if you're on a budget, definitely this one. Because you can always test it out and you know it's very cheap and very like my 7 divine budget glacial bolt build like does not have this kind of performance. So yeah. RM says for the higher end build would snapshot. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I think in that case, I would probably do glacier. Well, okay, honestly, it depends. Here's what I would say, okay? If you have a movement for Mage Blood, yeah, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. Zarinus, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Here's what I would say. If you're an experienced player and you can kind of look at my POB and my videos and kind of understand concepts like, okay, like, you know, we're manually balancing our Trinity, you know, like or whatever, like you can understand like these kind of Ninja Boogie. Wait, that name sounds so familiar. Okay, anyways, so sorry, just to finish my thoughts, if you can understand a lot of the concepts and pretty good at crafting, I would say Glacial Bolt for 2k Divines is going to be the comfiest, like, one-button build, like, maybe in the whole league, right? Like, there are some, you know, there's some jankiness to this build. I mean, obviously, the power is, like, undeniable, but there are some janky, like, for example, we can't kill flying monsters without, like, some sort of tornado interaction, right? So, and then Trail of Fire, like, sometimes messes stuff up, right? So, I would say this build is much more for, like, the 500 Divine and under range, or like pre-Mage Blood range. I think this is like the highest. I believe like pre-Mage Blood, pre-Headhunter, this is like the highest damage build in the game. And like, that's not, I'm not even kidding you. Anyways, so if you have 2,000 Divines and you're comfortable with concepts like Trinity, with like, you know, calculating your spirit reservation, etc., like I would go for Glacial Bolt. Yo, Eli. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Glacial Bolt is a true one button build. But you have to understand a lot of different concepts, right? You have to understand how to, like, for example, like counteract like Berserk degen, which might seem simple for folks, but for folks who are new, well, you have 2k divs, so I don't think you're new, but like for folks who are new, like, you know, it's a lot of degen, like what do I do and like how do I find solutions for that? So you kind of have to do a bunch of problem solving, right? It's not like kind of like a one size fits all, you know, like depending on how much regen you have. I can't recommend a certain number of regeneration to have. Like you kind of have to figure that out yourself. Same thing with Trinity. If you're manually balancing Trinity, like you're gonna need to figure that one out yourself. You know, I can obviously give you pointers in the video, etc. But I would say that everyone's been really happy. What? Nothing, unfortunately. I made an emote wall. I added the emote wall thing on Streamlabs, but I don't think it works. I haven't done anything. Oh no, I feel exposed. I need to review your stream build. Zarinus, I does that help? RM073. Snapshotting might help, but you have to understand that most of our damage comes from quality, not from plus skills. I mean, plus skills help, but if you guys are curious about why this build does so much damage for like no investment, it is because of this quality right here. 90% more magnitude of damaging ailments per stage. So I would say I haven't tried the snapshotting, but compared to like a very high-end amulet where you're getting +5 quality, +4, +5, you know, like let's say you're comparing it to like a +4 and a +10 quality amulet. So Paragon and +5. Compare that to a Fireflower +6 and a +5 Paragon. I think it'll be pretty comparable, or like not like a crazy difference where you want to be snapshotting. You know what I mean? I think if we didn't do most of our scaling from quality, it's a great point. But because, and then I also think this season, because of the Essence of Breach and stuff, like we can get to very high plus skill numbers. I think it's probably, if the snapshotting works, I think probably it's 100% worth if you don't have +5 quality on your amulet, right? Because then you're comparing a +2 like I have with Paragon, right? You're comparing a +2 with a +6 in Paragon. So that's a clear winner right there if the snapshotting works. I just haven't tested it. I don't really like to swap gear, so that's not really my thing. But I do respect the min-maxing, if that makes sense. Okay, Ninja... link your stream.ninja. Ninja Boogie / Eli, you said you needed help, right? Feel free to link your ninja, and I would love to help you. Or give any insight that I have. It's been a week since I played any Glacial Bolt, but I still feel like, okay, perfect. Last character maybe. And did you said you had 700 divs, right? Oh yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Let me just make sure that everything works on my build right now first. I'll pull up the PoE Ninja for everyone once I finish up this map, but I think with 700 divines you could get a much better crossbow, and not for expensive. Like I'm talking like 10 to 20, 30 divines, maybe 50, and you can see a dramatic wow, this is like Abyss land. And you'll be able to see like a massive improvement in your damage. This is what the build's looking like so far. I'm not like super fast right now because I have to do Abyss, but yeah, it's pretty chill. So I get more quality. I'm gonna be able to like zoom through maps faster. Obviously, if you don't like cast on dodge, then then you don't have to play it. I mean, I would say like this is probably your like movement speed solve if you don't have Mage Blood, right? If you don't have Mage Blood, then this is probably like the fastest way for you to map. If you have Mage Blood, then you could just kind of walk around, right? You can get movement speed, you can kind of walk around. But if you don't have Mage Blood, you know, Darkness and Throne quality gives you like a lot of dodge roll distance. And this is probably like your fastest way. I mean, it's not the fastest build, but like, it looks pretty good, no? Yeah, for no Mage Blood, I feel like it looks decent. Yeah. The oil grenade distance is like very, very forgiving. So that's like something you got to realize as well. Like you can be dodging quite far and like the oil will eventually catch because of encroaching ground. If that makes sense. So yeah. We'll check chat in a bit. Let's just skip through this. And this is like not the most ideal map as well, right? I mean, it's kind of like a lot of tight corners and stuff. Or corridors, I guess. All right, let's look at chat. You didn't want to night. Yeah, that's super fair. Is the rarity noticeable? Yeah, it is. But to be fair, I was not running like a lot of rarity. I was running like 40 or 60%. Okay, let's look at last character maybe. Let's make this your last character in the sense that it is so enjoyable. Okay, so you have Painter's Servant, so you can use any crossbow you want. The reason why I was talking about a Tri-Ellie cross, and you can actually sell this for quite a bit. So you might actually be able to net a profit from a weapon like this. Meaning you could get a cheaper weapon. And the reason why is because having the highest balanced elemental DPS on your crossbow only matters in a non-Painter's Servant context. So if you read Painter's Servant, it completely balances your elemental damage. So Glacial Bolt is converting all physical damage to cold, right? And that's typically a problem for Trinity. But because we're converting all that cold damage to an even split, Painter's Servant automatically balances your Trinity, if that makes sense. So with that being said, you can use whatever crossbow you want. And if that makes sense. So what I mean is that here's the search I would do, and you can watch my crossbow crafting video. It's on the FAQ. I linked the timestamp. But so if you have Painter's Servant, guys, this is literally all you need to do. You go to crossbow. Can you check if my weapon is overkill next, please? Yeah, sure. Let me finish this real quick. Eli, you're still here, right? All right, so yeah, you don't want so yeah, I would say watch my crossbow crafting video, but you don't want attack speed. I explain in the video why, because we just can't use it that well. It's not like it's gonna brick our build, but like, and it also inflates the DPS numbers, if that makes sense. So like, you just set your budget. Like, let's say you have 700 div and you want to spend 50 div, right? You can use any sort of DPS combination. So you're literally just going for the highest DPS possible. And you can look for one that already has plus. Oh, and you don't want the cannon. So you can look for one that already has the crafted +3. I know you're gonna drop a level here of Glacial Bolt, but that's okay. Getting something that's closer to like 1,000 DPS is like, you're gonna blast. I mean, you're doing like 400 more DPS. So you can buy one that already has attack skills, or you can craft one with, you know, if you watch my crafting video, and what that would need is you would need no crafted modifiers here. Either no crafted or 1+3, and then you can do the gamble. Sorry, I'm yapping right now, but like, the simplest thing to do is to look for something like this, where it's not corrupted. Something like this. So depending on whatever, you know, it could be cheaper to craft your own, or it could be cheaper to, like this one, 845 DPS for 9 divine. That's going to be a significant DPS jump for you. Or like this one, 845. Yeah, and then obviously you could look for, and then like definitely take into account which ones don't have like the iron rune in them. Or you could like put it in POB, like, or like to make the item in POB to look at the DPS with or without. But something like this is gonna slap really hard. Oh, actually it's low. It doesn't have that much fizz. I mean, if I were you, I would take the 9 div one. It's so cheap. And then I would do Onslaught on here with Astrid's Creativity. Wow, this rolled naturally. There's just not a crafted modifier. That's crazy. All proj skills. Yeah, so you could watch my video on the Astrid's Creativity craft, and what that will do is that will allow you to get +3 in Onslaught. So something, it's not a better option, it's just a different setup, if that makes sense. So the rare glove, okay, here's the way I think about it. Okay, obviously everyone's setup is like slightly different, but here's the way I personally think about it. Okay, if you want to use Mage Blood, I would recommend Painters, because you can go for the most giga crossbow ever, right? If you want or have just Headhunter, you don't need the most giga crossbow, because your Headhunter will carry you, right? You still need a decent crossbow, and I think yours is a little bit lacking, even in the, you know, it's, I don't think it's decent. It's like, it's pretty weak. So I would say, if you have Headhunter, you don't mind using a triple elemental crossbow that has less DPS, because your Headhunter will carry you. Instead, what you care about is like more tankiness, because Headhunter doesn't give you Legacy of the Granite. Headhunter doesn't give you Bismuth Flask. You know, for example, Headhunter doesn't give you Jade Flask. So you're losing. So by not using Mage Blood, you need to find your tankiness elsewhere. So that's where the rare gloves come in, right? It's not that the +2 projectiles are strictly better. It's actually very comparable. But why do we go through the trouble of using a less DPS potential crossbow in terms of a triple LE crossbow? And why do we use the +2, which is more expensive? That's because we can get like 150 life on it. That's because we can get stats on it. That's because we can get other things on it. We can get proj damage. Oh, okay. I gotta turn that off. I'm sorry. Basically, long story short, +2 gloves are not better. They're actually very comparable. It's more so that +2 gloves give you utility. In a headhunter context, you don't have that much flat armor to scale your armor build. So but I recommend +2 gloves just to feel tankier. But since it looks like you're doing the starter build, what I would recommend is I would just get a better crossbow and see how that feels, because you're gonna need the better crossbow anyway. So yeah. Yeah, so I don't know where the ad came in, but I was looking at this one. 9 Divine. Okay. Sorry, I don't know how to turn off the middle of stream ads. I turned off the starting ads, but yeah. Did you hear about like buying a crossbow and all of that? Okay, great. Yeah, so +2 gloves, it's not that it's strictly better. It's just a different setup. But I would say if you're just starting out, I assume you're not trying to do like the most juiced expedition ever. I would stick with painters because you don't have spirit on your amulet yet. So the other stuff is more of a involved setup. So I would stick with painters and get a better crossbow regardless of DPS. So like you can either craft one on your own or you could just buy one of these. Yeah. Oh, I have fizz damage in them. Yes. So here's the way I think about it. Headhunter is better until the very, very top end. Because with Mage Blood, so basically Headhunter will carry your damage. That's why we can use like a triple LE crossbow, etc. But Headhunter has gold, it has Quicksilver, it has tank. So, but it has nothing, it gives you nothing damage wise. So if you can hit a breakpoint where your crossbow is, and painters or whatever your crossbow, if you can hit a point where your crossbow is strong enough to do as much damage or comparable damage to like a high mod HH, then that's when you can swap to Mage Blood and be very tanky, get extra rarity, be way faster, and be way more consistent. Headhunter just solves our damage all the way through all the hardest content in the game, if that makes sense. And I have to warn you, it does take quite a lot of currency to build a crossbow that can reach comparable damage to Headhunter, if that makes sense. So, anyways, long story short, with this setup, I would just look for the highest DPS crossbow with a +3. Whether you want to craft it yourself, I don't worry. whether you want to craft it yourself or buy one with a +3, I would just look for one of these like close to 1000 DPS crossbows. It's gonna serve you really well. Yeah. What you could look for is like you could also look for like stuff with like no iron rune in it. So like you could do not physical damage. Wait. Oh, it's an enchant, sorry. Augment. Yo, what's up, Moss? So like this one. I just 309. Yeah, you can sometimes find like some pretty good deals on the market. Like this is Astrids is 626. 886 with P2. Yo, does that say Wolf? What's up, Wolf? Yeah. So something like a 900 DP, like, and when you're shopping, just take into account like that some of them don't have Iron Rune in them, right? So, like for example, this one, once you put in your runes and stuff, like it's gonna be closer to 950. So, you could put it in POB for like the most accurate count. For example, this one has Astrids already. Yo, love the floor. I've ditched the tornado and roll. I mean, you could do whatever. I mean, like, do you still want to roll? Is that why? But Eli, I hope that's helpful. The crossbow is not going to cost you like half your div. Yeah. Look up on the FAQ, the Glacial Bolt FAQ channel. There's a link to my crossbow craft. And that's how you can make like any non-crafted crossbow into like +3 on onslaught, if that makes sense. Everything else, you definitely want more jewels. I'm not really seeing you have any jewels. So yeah, definitely get some jewels. The one I recommend is Blood Magic from Nothing. The From Nothing jewel that allocates Blood Magic. Yeah, sure. The timeless one, all you have to do is get one that says Undying Hate and it says Amanamu. You don't need to care about anything else. And then what this will allow you is this will unlock this node for you. And this is a tank node. When taking damage from hits, 20% of life is prevented and 150% of life loss prevented this way. So basically you're getting 20% upfront damage reduction and you pay that in life damage over time, if that makes sense. Yeah. So you don't have to care about the number or anything else. All you have to care about is Undying Hate, Timeless Jewel, and then Amanamu. And you will always 100% get Sacrifice of Flesh. Giraffes of Fluffy. That makes sense. I would do, personally, if you're still using Blasphemy, I don't know. Like, you could do... Oh, do Refutation. Get a little bit of ward and then do Refutation and you'll be way tankier. Yeah, the roll is very nice. The roll is very, very nice. Yeah, Refutation should be good for you. Your tooltip doesn't need to be very high, dude. The only way to increase the main way we increase damage is through quality, and that doesn't show in when you increase quality, guys. It does not show in the tooltip damage because the quality is more magnitude per stage, so the tooltip is not showing the stage, and that's why our tooltip is so low. If that makes sense. So, like, if I take out my Darkness Enthroned, which is giving me 9%, my tooltip doesn't move. So, I understand people want, like, a big tooltip. But, like, but try and get as much quality as possible even if it doesn't show on the tooltip, that's gonna be. I have a 45%. So gonna get the dodge roll distance. Okay, I can. My tooltip skyrockets though. Really? Oh, you mean when you put it into POB? Yeah. I actually haven't. All I really do is just import my character in POB. Antoine says, enjoying your build. What are your thoughts on Black Flame? It doesn't work on Ignited Ground, sadly. It works on the first Flame Blast hit, but not anything else. Yomi XXXX. Can you check if my weapon is overkill? I know you asked before Eco DRMZ, so I want to do you first if you're still here. Yeah, Antoine, it doesn't work for Ignited Ground, sadly. Sadly. But feel free to test it. I didn't test it myself, but a bunch of people did. So yours. Silver, sulfur. What are you? So here's the thing. You've balanced your crossbow, but you're using painter, so you don't really. Yes, yeah. Give it a try. I mean, it's not gonna be like you're invincible all the time, but when it's on, you're like very, very tanky. So it's like kind of better than nothing. You know what I mean? We don't really have anything else, especially if you're running temporal chains already. If you weren't, I would recommend running Elemental Weakness. But if we already have a curse, then yeah, I think Refutation is good. So same thing here. You have a really good triple LE crossbow. With this crossbow, you could potentially balance your Trinity, so meaning manually. So you could get +2 on your gloves. You can watch my videos, like my last 2 videos, on how to like manually balance your Trinity. But you could if you wanted to. But if you're not dying, then there's like not really that much point. What you could do is just go for a higher DPS crossbow that's not like perfectly triple LE balance, if that makes sense. So like right now your crossbow is doing 800. You could probably sell this for like 50 or 100 div and then turn around and buy like a 1000 DPS crossbow for 50 div. Does that kind of make sense? And that 1000 DPS crossbow will not be perfectly triple balanced, but that doesn't matter because Painter Servant fixes our balance, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So the reason why we use painters, if you want to use painters, and like I said, one is not better than the other, but if you want to use painters, the whole point of using painters is so you can use a Giga crossbow. Yes, exactly. Yes, it's fine. You could use a pure physical crossbow if you want, and actually, pure physical crossbows are the crossbows that are able to achieve the highest DPS numbers. But you can really only use them with painters, if that makes sense. Because what's happening is Glacial Bolt is converting all your Glacial Bolt is converting all your what am I saying? Glacial Bolt is converting all your damage to cold. And then Painters is rebalancing that elemental cold damage to 33% fire, cold, and lightning. Yeah, sure. I don't have a lot of experience going crit, but I know the general outline of like what to do. Yeah, I would love to. I can review builds after this simulacrum, but if anyone has any questions, like, oh my god, this is probably looks so bad on stream. For once, I really like having rarity. It's how, yeah, dude. Is Faker the GOAT? I think so. I mean, like, I have no prince. Please give them back. So, guys, the more you and I'm still learning too, right? The more you play this build, the more you like will realize the like kind of like how often you need to oil grenade, if that makes sense. Because what really tanks the GPU or performance is overlapping oil grenades. So you can see as this oil grenade, like my frames come back. But it's only when you overlap a lot, like you spam, that's when like it gets really bad. So like when you're doing like simulacrum and stuff, like the more you play, the more you'll like kind of figure out, okay, my oil grenade is about to end. This is when I should like replace it instead of like spamming, if that makes sense. Someone's saying this is low cortisol build. But yeah, there's kind of like the less you have to oil grenade, the better your performance will be. It's not the ignited ground. Yes, it does tank performance, but it's the overlapping and like multiple encroaching grounds that like really mess with really mess with performance, if that makes sense. You know the control left click trick? No, not at all. What do you mean juices? Like to juice it up? I don't really do simulacrum, but I would appreciate. Yeah, the 3 things you can click between. Do you mean you could like select it all? That's crazy. What do? I just control click it? Sounds like it got fixed. No, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? You just control click them all? Click 1, then while running to it, you click and pray it works. Okay. Click 1, then while running to it, control click another one. Okay. Oh, I don't think it worked. It's okay. Yes, I can check. I can check after maps. Yeah. I think this is like the 6 out of 7. I'm running. Don't feel dirty. Like, You are not the first person. And actually, there was someone who was about to quit the build, and then I showed them Andy, Jemmy Andy, who does play with Comet, and they're like, I need to stick with this build because this looks like a Michael Bay movie. So you are absolutely valid in that. Yeah, he was like, he was about to quit. He was like, I'm gonna go play Spark, blah blah blah. And then I was like, that's fine. That, you know, like, that's fair. Like, it's not for everyone. Like, there's a little bit of jank to it. Like, totally fair. And then like, he comes back. He's like, yo, I looked at Jemmy Andy's setup, and he had Comet, and I think Frostflame Nova, and and now I'm hooked onto the build. I'm like, I guess you have a really nice computer, like, to be able to do that. But yeah, wait. Oh. Full Oh, okay. Did you go split personality? No, you're not. You're 80 res, so you're lore weave. I have 80 res as well, but I don't have good enough rolls on my rings, or I need to drop rarity for another resistance suffix to be able to do that. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. Wait, you have a lot of ES. But how are you recovering it? You just like, what is the what are sort of like your like, oh, you went split personality. Okay, so you have like heavy buffer and everything, but how are you like recovering it though? Yeah. Lore Weave's good. I think it's actually really underrated. I was like playing around with a build for like Heartbound Loop, and I was like, I hate this ring. I don't want to use it. And I mean, I would say Lorwee probably is way more attractive on a Gemling. Candace build face tank, not really, but we do have temporal chains, which makes it very forgiving. I'll show you guys. Guys, what is my for you? I hate this AI. Apparently, this is AI. Maybe in another lifetime, there's like a bunch of channels that have that. I've never listened to Gracie Abrams in my life. Oh, actually, that's not true. I've heard a few songs. Um, which passive allocation? It's from nothing blood magic, and then from nothing blood magic, and then just look in my POB. The final POB will have the allocation. 210 rarity. I honestly haven't been able to tell the difference, but I dropped to like 207 or like 200 now. Yeah, if you have Mage Ball, you'll face tank. That's for sure. um, but I run for the non-Mage Blood setup, I run temporal chains, and like it is really really chill. Like I don't feel like I need to stand a million miles away like Glacial Bull. Like I'm just kind of like they're super slow, if that makes sense. I guess besides the mosquitoes, but yeah. But even then, it's like very much like, look at their attack speed. We can definitely get way tankier than Glacial Bull, that's for sure. Taco Cat, I'm gonna check in a bit. Who was the person that needed help? I sent the link. Can you resend it again? I don't think I have your build. Uh, I IKODRMZ. Where is POB? It's in my MOBA. You really love armor? I I really love Arctic armor. I think it's the conclusion here. I think that Arctic armor, Undying Hate, is the most easiest way and low investment way to be able to get to a point where you're very comfortable in juice content. Obviously, you need to have damage and whatever, but like if you think about the types of investment like an ES evasion build is getting from like just from getting like an ancestral tiara that's juiced out, I think that there is no comparison in terms of cost efficiency of Arctic Armor, Iron Reflex, Undying Hate. Like, I've been able to survive everything like on Glacial Bolt and on this build, you know, without Mage Blood, with Mage Blood, whatever. Like, I think it's the most efficient defensive layer. Complete defensive layer. I don't take Valpak. I have it's explained in the video, but I have Undying Hate Timeless Jewel, which converts Valpak to Sacrifice of Flesh. So yeah, I don't claim that armor is like the best defensive layer for like an infinite budget, but just to have like it's just so easy. Like it's just so easy and so good. Ray vouches for that, and he's a pro. He's a big brain. So, um, it still works. Okay, I gotta learn how to. So what do you do? Because I clicked 2-in-1. Damn, the fucking 2-in-1. Yeah, send it through Twitch. On YouTube, you have to do it without the PoE2 Ninja link. Sorry, without the PoE.ninja. Like, send everything after. And does that help? I'm not using Valpak. I'm converting that node with Sacrifice of Flesh. All you need is Undying Hate with the description that says Amanamu here. Everything else you can ignore. Okay, gotcha. Loktar. Loktar indeed, my friend. Who was it you said that made a comment build? It's Jemmy Andy. He's in the Oh, he doesn't have comment anymore. But either way, I would say if you guys are interested in ES, this is the guy that showed me the setup, and I think he's getting 7. He has a +10. But like I think a staff is better. You can get a +10 with a staff as well. So anyways. Oh, I guess you yeah. Anyways, he's not using it anymore, but if you are interested in like a pure ES build, I would highly recommend his build. Yeah. He runs Mirage Archer as well, which I didn't find it like super efficient. So yeah, and he has Blink as well. So he has a bunch of different things. Daniel Zapata, it's mostly when that happens, it's typically because the tornadoes are picking up some sort of source of weak ignited ground, either as a map mod or like a Trail of Fire monster. What I would do just to diagnose, that it's that okay. What I would do is I would play a few maps without tornado, just to see if anything gets messed up. Um, yeah. But just to test, I would play but all grenade cannot pick up Trail of Fire or ignited ground. So just to test that, like tornadoes are messing your setup up, because if you still suddenly do zero damage without tornado, then something is up with like your oil grenade, if that makes sense. You get the drop off without running tornado. Okay, then the other thing to try would be to and I'm gonna recommend this because I think it is messing up things, but unspec explosive impact. We don't know for sure, but it seems like this damage might be able to ignite. So unspec it, take off all tornadoes, and run a few maps, and see if your damage is more consistent. And then obviously make sure you don't have any fire damage on your crossbow or added fire to attacks. But if you do all that, your damage should not drop off anymore. If it is, then something is weird with your setup. People on the Discord, like really helpful people, Taco Cat, etc., they can help like diagnose it. Yeah, it could be. But we don't know for sure for your specific setup, because I have had no issues with explosive impact. My damage does not fall off. I've done so many maps in recording and testing. So I want to say it's probably Trail of Fire for you right now, but there's no way to tell until you take off Tornado. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, dude. I know it's a little bit janky, but yeah, I mean, like, it's an undeniable power of the build. Like, it's insane. So yeah, that's the trade-off, I guess. Okay, sorry. Loktar, are you still here? Loktar, my Loktar. What are you okay? What are you struggling with specifically? All right, guys. Guys, if you guys are here and you are interested or like found that the staff is really expensive, guys, you can convert any shitty staff with a +7 of any element into like a really, really powerful staff. Okay? I assume you have a +3 because it was too expensive to buy a +7 all fire spells. Yeah, we're gonna improve your damage first. This is a very easy step, guys. You don't have to buy fire spell damage or flammability or whatever. All right, guys. Do not get a +3. This is what you guys. This is what you should do. Okay. So you go all lightning spell skills, all cold spell skills, all fire spell skills, and do 7. All right, guys? And you do count 1. We can convert any of these to to fire. Yes, yes. I have that in the sheet, but I should have said it more in the video. Do not get fire on your crossbow or any sort of added fire damage. It will mess up your... What's happening is that your oil grenade is igniting because of your added fire, if that makes sense. All right, guys. So back on to here. Right, guys? You want to look for something... So we can convert any of these to fire, okay? And then you can do this. You want to look for like spell damage. You want to look for fire, spell. Wait, what is it? Fire damage. You can use any element, guys. You can use any element. Fire damage. Cold damage. Damage as extra is fine too. I'm just using this as an example. Lightning damage. You can only roll one type of elemental increased damage and one type of, and then the spell damage. Okay, guys? So boom. All right. This looks pretty good. You get tier 3 and tier 2 spell damage. Life on kill, pretty good. It's 4 freaking exalted orbs, guys. All right, what do you do? Oh, what about this one? T1 spell damage, lightning damage, not great. You know, you could adjust the modifiers however you sort of want, but the point that I'm going to show you guys is that you can convert all this stuff. So let's say, how about this? Let's say I want 2 lines of spell damage, you know, fire, spell, or whatever, and spell damage. And then I want 1 line of extra. So damage is extra, extra, extra. All right, guys? So we're looking for +7 spell skills of any, because we're going to convert the element. We're looking for 1 line of spell damage and 1 line of LE increased damage. And then we're looking for damage as extra. We don't care what element, guys. Okay? So let's just go along. Looks pretty good. You can kind of adjust the rolls a little bit, and maybe I will do that. Oops. What is T? Still pretty cheap, guys. 40x, okay? We got T1 damage is cold, fire, increased lightning. Pretty good. Cast speed. All right, whatever. Well, that's my budget. This is not sanctified, right? I'm not getting... Yeah, whatever. Okay, so, guys. So, you just buy this, okay? So, this has whatever, right? Tier 4, Tier 4, Tier 5, right? You're like, oh, it has lightning damage. Oh, it has lightning damage. We are going to convert it all, guys, okay? All right? You don't have to pay 100 divine for, like, a basic staff, all right? So, what you do is, once you do your search... buy it, and then you go to your hideout and you buy the wonderful Passion of Alder for a low price of 5 exalted orbs. And then you put the Passion of Alder into the hole. And watch what happens. We now have +7 to fire all spell skills. We have 117 increased fire damage. You see that? We started off with lightning damage and lightning spell skills. Who wants this staff? You know what? Let me show you guys another neat trick that doctors don't want to tell you. You can even convert the ailment line. I did not get flammability on this. Guys, this is an enervating Nova staff. This is a paralyzing staff. I have flammability on it. You can even convert the ailment. The staff is cheap. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is really cheap. But only if you know what you're doing. I've tried my best to like explain it. But yeah. So let me show you guys another example, all right? We're at 5 exalted orbs. Okay. Okay, perfect. Look at the staff. Cold damage, lightning damage, and lightning spell skills, and chance to shock. What a useless staff. It's not sanctified, right? Yeah, okay. Who knew my doctor was hiding people? Okay, guys. So we're going to convert this staff to extra fire damage. Increase fire damage. +7 to all fire and flammability. Small price of 5 divines. That's how much you pay the doctor, all right? And guys, this staff has all lightning mods on it and extra cold. All right, ready? Ready? We have flammability. We have +7 of all fire spell skills. We have fire damage. We have spell damage. We have damage as extra fire. You see this, guys? Do not pay divines for a staff like this, all right? Do not pay this, all right? I really did try my best to explain it. Chat is blocking. Shit. Streamer flipping live. Guys, I keep everything. Guys, okay? Wait. Yeah, I keep everything. I keep my whole gear set. I keep everything. I don't sell anything. That's why I'm poor. I keep everything. Like all my sets. Like this is all my Infernal Cry stuff. Okay, anyways. So yeah, smart people will be like, "Oh, I'll flip it. Flip this." But guys, all right, guys? So that's how you do it. I hope this is helpful. So to Loktar, I'm sorry to have gone on this whole rant, but you don't need to suffer with +7. All right? You just need to do this 5 exalted streamer hates money. Don't necessarily want extra fire. Yeah. I mean, from our testing, extra fire doesn't ignite. Especially because we swap off of it. We just only use it for like we're running around with a crossbow, so we don't have extra fire like all the time when we're all barraging, all grenading. But yeah, I mean, you know, you could do whatever. I mean, like you could search off of extra fire, etc. But anyways, guys, so that's how you do it. All right. This is how you do it on a budget. 5 exalted orbs. You can buy a staff for like 5x. If anyone wants these staffs, I would be happy to give them to you. Just let me know, please, with your IGN. All right. Or do it on your own. So staff. Okay, next. Survive. Loktar, are you still here? Yeah, it will not mess with it if it already has fire. So like let's say yeah, so that's fine. From my testing, increased spell damage and let's increase damage is better right now for my testing at least. Obviously, the +7 is the most important part, guys. That doesn't mean you need to like, oh my god, I'm gonna go get spell damage on my stuff. The build, when put together properly, is gonna melt regardless if you have +7, 100% spell damage or 80% fire damage, or you don't have either. It's gonna melt. I did test a Decree of Flight. I think it's just a completely different setup. Like I'm fast enough already, in my opinion. Like I'm so 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 I don't need. I would rather get like Giga Boots. So Decree of Flight does look cool. Yeah, it does. I was playing around with like Templar start. I got to like 2k health and like I think 3 or 4,000 ES, and the guard was really good. I feel like, in my opinion, if you can't take advantage of the guard by having a lot of ES, like it's kind of like a feels bad moment, right? But if you're strong enough, like let's say you're rocking Mageblood, you got Bismuth, you got Granite, so you have your armor and Ellie and resistances are solved, then yeah, go to Decree of Flight totally. It looks cool and it's super fast. Headhunter is not suitable for this build, Queen Ara, unfortunately. But we can use the wonderful Darkness Enthroned. Instead of head, we get 2 sockets. Yeah, you do zoom with Decree. But in my opinion, you're still no head. Yeah, no head. We get 2 holes instead to put our amazing Fox Idol and Rune of the Blossom or Rune of Prism. No head. No head, guys. No head hunter. Right. Yeah, Decree's great. I think if I had Granite and Bismuth, I would do Decree. But I just need the resistances, man. Like, yeah. I do feel tanky enough to drop my armor though, and drop my health. So yeah, I would totally do it if I had Mageblood. But the sort of like build crafter in me would want to go for some sort of like ES stacker build, just so that every time I dodge, I'm guarding for 20% of like, let's say 8k ES, right? Like that feels pretty fucking good. You know what I mean? Like it's like 1,000 whatever something guard every time you dodge. Do we need to get you a Mageblood? I gave mine away. I mean, I have more than enough in my gear to get Mageblood. I have like 2 Glacial Bolt +3s, but I just haven't sold anything. Like it's kind of sentimental to me. Like I bought those for 1 div. You know what I mean? Like when like no one but Cat Kills was playing it, so I don't really want to sell it. So I've been slowly going broke, just keeping my whole build sets. I mean, like I have my whole sets here, all my sets. Yeah, that's fine, Drunken. I mean, I also have 200. Like, I guess what I mean is that I have 200% rarity, right? So I have less suffixes to get resistances on. I could totally fit Decree of Flight in if I compromised on one of my ring suffixes, for like all res, but I didn't. So yeah, and I didn't, so I just don't want to. So yeah, they will never be 1D again. Yeah, yeah. So I keep everything that I make. I have like so many 5 slot more Invictuses. I heard they're like, I haven't even checked the prices. I heard they're like 50 or 100 div or whatever. So yeah, 152. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we have pretty similar builds and I could fit Decree in if I just drop rarity. But to me, I feel a little bit of what Daniel Zapata said, which is basically like, if you zoom too far anyway, it's hard to connect like the oil ground. So this is just me personally. Decree of Fly is awesome, dude. So I'm hoping, yeah. I'm not trying to argue with you. It's very good. So enjoy, dude. Yeah, you can. I think it just takes a little bit of getting used to. Of like just knowing the distance and the encroaching ground spread. Just to know like how far you can actually zoom before you need to attack. Oh, Loktar, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can have it. Do you want the flammability one? Let me know what your in-game name is. I'll give it to you. It does. I haven't tested it, but I've always heard it. I've always heard that after 150. And well, actually, I haven't heard 150 as much this season. I've heard over 200. Is like not that great, or like starts to get really bad. Dude, I'm so glad you like it. I feel like most people just come to me, like most of my comments are people asking for like help or like their build is bricked, which just makes sense because like if you enjoy the build, you might not remember to like go and leave a comment like, hey, I love this build. So most of the time I'm seeing like, hey, my ignites do no damage. Hey, like I got one shot in the map, etc. But yeah. I agree. I was like on the fence about like making more content about this build, but then I tried cast on dodge. I tried cast on dodge, and I was like, this is actually a legitimate mapper. Like this, like with Decree, I could probably be faster than like a Mage Blood Glacial Bolt. And I'm not kidding. Like you could look at my footage. If I had Decree of Flight, I would be faster than and we both didn't have Mage Blood, I would be faster than a Glacial Bolt Gemling. And I love Glacial Bolt. I'm Glacial Bolt #1 fan. I made 9 videos on it. But yeah, so I feel like Cast on Dodge, I know not everyone likes it. Yeah, you can't play with a friend if they have... Your friend would need to have no ignite or like no sort of like chance to ignite or play with elemental focus, unfortunately. Tainted Tornado, okay. Yeah, I hope the small crafting lesson was helpful. It will convert anything to fire. If it's already fire, it will stay fire. So, yeah. Fire squared, yeah. Okay, waifu, did you want me to look at your build? Was there anyone else? Yeah, of course, dude. Did I add you yet? Tainted Tornado. This build, yeah, it is really chill. I'm glad you guys are liking it. The crafting lesson made double my DPS. All right, I think I need to do more of that. I feel like I do try and communicate it in the video, but I have so many points in my video that I've written down, and there's so much information to cover that I don't blame anyone for like not being able to like, you know, pay full attention to it. And I sometimes I feel like I cover like points that need to be covered more or reiterated. I feel like I gloss over because I'm trying to just get through as much as possible. What should my time lost? Yes, yes. Zuzum, thank you for that. Yes. Yes, I agree. What should be my time lost in Glacial Bolt? Love all your builds, man. Thank you. No worries, dude. I am talking with Handy about a potential interaction I found in on yeah, just something I found that like a player was doing. So I might have another cool build for you guys. Yeah, of course, Loktar. The rest of your build looks fine. I would say work towards my mid-budget build, and the most important thing of all times, get as much life as possible. This build has more than enough damage if you set it up properly. Okay, the combo of Arctic armor plus life on every piece of gear plus undying hate. I promise you, you will stay alive, and you need armor applies to Ellie. So the four pillars of cheap defenses that are very efficient. Life on every piece of gear. Arctic armor, alt quality. Undying hate. Amunamu to get sacrifice of flesh. And armor applies to elemental damage. Daniel, I would say that Glacial Bolt is the build of the league for me. It is so fun. But it's hard to set up compared to this one. There's Trinity, there's like, you're stacking like 10 auras. So I would say that that is my only warning. I'm not sure what your knowledge level is, but my Discord's always, here to help as well. 4 defenses, yeah, till the nerf hammer attack. Yep, exactly. And Zuzu EN saying number one cause of not dealing damage gotta be the mistake of not limiting the flame blast to the staff loadout only. That is so true. You need to make sure that your flame blast is on weapon set 1 if you're setting things up like me, so that you're actually using your staff to flame blast. Yeah, or having some random mass fire damage, yeah. The main offender that I think a lot of people know you can't have a flat fire damage, but you also need to not have fire damage on your crossbow. Waifu is right, yes. Granite is better for our setup. Because we already have so much increased fire increased damage. Sorry, increased armor. Did my link go through? Let me double check. Sorry. Chat is popping. 76 fucking nerds. What day is it today? Monday? There's a bunch of nerds. Pushes up glasses. Forgot my heart of the well had added fire, yeah. Late after office. No, I'm kidding, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Like I said before in like my previous Discord post, like I can't believe there's like people want to like just, I don't know, hang out and like talk about Path of Exile. I feel like, I don't know. I feel really happy that people are enjoying this. I never really thought like I would have like much of value to like in terms of like the other gamers, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Damn, just drop a riot pack. Nice, dude. Yo, mix, enjoy. Waifu. I got it. She crossed one up. I remember your name. Okay, let me. All right, guys, let me try and answer some rapid fire questions real quick. Do you have an E? If I run ES and CI, I don't have a CI page. Daniel Zapata, are you talking about Jemmy Andy? I don't think he runs CI, but this is a energy shield stacker, right? He's like 10k ES. I would recommend his build if you're looking to do energy shield. It has split personality. No flat fire and no crossbow fire damage is important because we do not want our oil grenade to ignite. And you can do that because oil grenade's an attack. There's an attack portion to it. It doesn't say right here, but yeah, there's an attack portion to it. Main hand physical damage. There you go. So if you have fire attack or fire on your crossbow, it will ignite. And it will create a weaker ignite that will mess up your flame blast ignite. Aimless says, I've had some issues with monsters having mods or attacks that can ignite my oil before I can release my flame blast. Don't you run into that issue? Not really. I mean, I do run temporal chains, right? So like, check it out. We can, you know what? We can run an ignited ground map. I need to get war. You know what? I'll just remaster something. 1 second. Not ward, refutation. There you go. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah, waifu, give me 1 second. Mandatory stats, I would say not any mandatory stats, just +5. +5 to all projectiles, no fire damage, and attack speed if you can get it. Alright guys, if you're running cast on dodge, I can show you what an ignited ground map looks like, okay guys? You want to take out tornado in ignited ground maps. Okay, so if you see a map, bis suffix for glacial bolt crossbow. Oh my god, glacial bolt crossbow. It's +5. Bis is +5. That's gonna be the most powerful modifier for you. Okay, guys. Just gonna show you guys real quick. The ignite does not mess up. Okay, guys? All you do... I don't know what these tablets are. All you do... Okay, so this is an ignited ground map. Look. Ignited ground. Alright? All you do is take out tornado for something like refutation. Alright, guys? That's all you do. That's all you do. Alright, you don't have to use refutation if you don't have ward, you can use entangle. Whatever random skill, alright? You don't want to be tornadoing in ignited ground maps. Just 3-in-1 them. I understand where you're coming from, dude. There's people, like, I understand that works for you, but if you saw the amount of comments I get, like, complaining about the fact that the build can't do ignited ground maps, I don't think it's just because they don't want to 3-in-1. It's also because like some people don't like the feeling of like, oh, my character can't do like every map, if that makes sense. So I understand that works for you. I do agree with you that using that avoiding ignited ground is the easiest thing to do, but that's not how like a lot of people want to play, and I've been finding that out, if that makes sense. So, guys, so you just take off you just take off ignited, you just take off tornado, guys. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all you do, guys. And you're killing everything. And theoretically, you can play without tornadoes. Like, it's just the only trouble you run into if you don't play with tornadoes is that you cannot kill flying monsters. You would need to manually cast a tornado, or you know, or have lore weave to prolift your flying monster, your prolift your ignite to flying monsters. So that's why we run lore weave. But yeah, guys, you don't need tornadoes. Look, no tornadoes. Look, mom, no hands. Or hit them with flame blast again. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So, if you have ignited ground maps, just turn off tornado. You are good. If there's a monster that's messing up your ignites, it's likely because of your tornado, assuming that you fixed everything and stuff. So that's it, guys. Hey, I followed your Infernal Cry. Any chance you can critic? Are you the person who said that your build is complete on the Infernal Cry build channel? Because I did take a look. I would love to look on stream, but I know you have like a really good build. So I would say at this point I've not played it. You did, okay. I would say I can give you some advice, but I feel like your knowledge level has much surpassed mine because I have not played the build in like 3 weeks. so I feel like, yeah. But I'd be happy to take a look. I feel like your setup is really good and like would be interesting to people. Okay, I gotta look at waifus and then I'm gonna look at yours. You see funky gloves. What do you mean? My gloves are very normal. I don't have the decay modifiers on here. I just have like defensive stuff. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, at the end of the day, this is not like... At the end of the day, like, you can do almost whatever you want with this build. As long as the core damage interaction stays in place, you can do whatever you want. You could take it, you could go ES evasion if you want. You could go full ward stack. The beautiful thing about this build is that like your damage is solved. Like, how cool is that? You can, whatever you do, you're gonna hit like a truck. So you could do whatever you want. You could take off tornadoes. You could do ignite prolift. You could do a bunch of tornadoes, like that Michael Bay guy. He's like he only liked the build because like he could cast a bunch of cast a bunch of tornadoes and comets. You could do no tornadoes. You could do ES. You could do ward. Whatever you want. That's the beautiful thing about this build. I feel like a lot of people are traumatized by like, you know, Spark, cast on dodge, Ember, Palisade builds, like where you kind of need all these expensive pieces before the build starts like doing anything. We can start doing something as soon as we have Flame Blast with quality. And that's something that I think, you know, you guys, you know, need to understand and maybe take, you know, like don't really realize this build is extremely powerful. I mean, obviously you realize it from the damage, but like it's extremely powerful with very little offensive investment. So you can take the build however way you want. Like Drunken McGhost was saying, like, I love Decree of Flight. Go for it, dude. Like, there's a Chinese player who has like 200k EHP going for like Decree of Equity, like capped evasion and armor with Aziri step deflection and reverie. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Join the Dark Side Warp Lightning. Do you guys want to? I can show it. It's really fun. Oh, but I have to do Cast on Ailment. Okay, no, I gotta review builds. I gotta review builds. I think Taco Cat even sent his build. I don't have such damage, and my manual tornado does 0 damage. Okay, 205th. Um, yeah, Daniel, something is messed up. I know you just took off fire damage on your gloves or whatever, but yeah, something's up. Uh, Tactician build next. I was. Oh, what was I thinking about Pin? Can't remember what I was thinking about. I was thinking about tactician build, but I can't remember what. Something to do with Pin. Um. Okay. 205th and Daniel. This is what I do, guys. Okay. This is how you can diagnose your build. All right. First off, the most common thing that messes up your build: fire damage, attack fire damage on crossbow, attack fire damage. If you don't have those, then move on to the next step, which is turn off your tornadoes. You want to see if your tornadoes are messing up with the build, either whatever they're doing. So turn off your tornadoes. If you are still not doing as much damage as you think you would expect, then what I would do is go to a boss. Do not ignite anything. Like finish up a map, like ignite everything. Let your ignites fall off, and then go up to the boss and full stack flame blast it. If your full stack flame blast is doing much more damage than like the ignited ground, then it's very likely that your ignited ground is picking up a weaker ignite for whatever reason. But that's how I would go through the process of diagnosing, because unfortunately we don't have like great POB resources like PoE1, so we don't have like a very good way of like figuring out what's going on with the build, if that makes sense. Oh, you have your weapon set stuff swapped. Yeah, there you go. Weapon set stuff swapped. Yeah. Yeah, weapon set is another good one to check. You want to make sure that uh, your flame blast is on the right weapon set. I usually farm expedition. Yeah. I don't do Alder's Saga yet on this build. I was with Glacial Bolt, but just because I'm testing a lot, like I oftentimes like either break my character or like make my character like severely weaker. So yeah, I honestly I don't really farm, guys. Like that's why I don't really farm and I don't sell my gear, so that's why I'm so poor. But the reason why I don't is because I'm usually testing stuff. So it's like if I wanted to alter Saga, it would be a waste because, like for example, I was just testing like blistering bond stuff, right? So like I don't really have like that much time to like just like put together a farming strat and then like actually play my build, if that makes sense. Okay. Waifu, I know. Sorry. She cross when I bow. When I bow. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Wow, your gear is really good. Acceleration. Hmm. Oh, you have a lot of ward. He's talking about Glacial Ball. He's not talking about he's talking about the other build. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was the Infernal Cry guy. I just hope that I really hope for more Corrupted Blood uniques. I really really hope we get more. I think it's so cool. Panther, Fox, Rabbit. Also, I do think crit helps the dot. I don't know. I saw like a level 98 POB with like ambush on Flame Blast because I think it's pre-mitigated damage contributes to ignite magnitude, and I think crit is like a bigger number, which yeah, I think crit might, as long as we can spread it efficiently, but I think it's not necessary at all for our ignite build. All right. Mm, yeah, don't take my word for it. Oh, hey Kimmy. I know I do remember your name from Discord and some comments, so welcome. Thank you for hanging out in the Discord. I mean, your build looks good, dude. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would say it's just better crossbow, right? I know that sounds so stupid to say, but you could get more rarity, right? If you got rarity here on this rarity suffix, I think this is a suffix, right? Yeah, if you got rare, you could get rarity here. You don't really need attack speed. You could, yeah, like you could put. I feel like you're like very close to being able to drop like get rarity here, and I don't think you need like all these stats. I feel like you'll probably need to calculate it, but I feel like you could get one line of like all stats and one line of all stats, and then maybe get like 1 point of like the very efficient stat nodes, like this 10 dexterity one. And maybe you'll be able to fit everything in. And then that way you have more suffixes to play around with, right? Like then potentially you can drop your bismuth for like a quicksilver, because like you don't have quicksilver on your mage blood. I assume a lot of people like quicksilver on their mage blood. So like I feel like if you could squeeze a little bit more out of your rings, then you would be able to get enough resistances to move off of bismuth or move off of amethyst. Yeah, Manini Boto, I haven't tested it myself because I just haven't had the time, but it apparently doesn't work with Ignited Ground. It does work with the initial Flame Blast hit, but not uh, the Ignited Ground, unfortunately. Thank you for the thought, though. I appreciate people thinking, thinking about how to optimize the build. Um, yeah, I feel like you don't need that many stats. Yeah. If you can, yeah, I feel like all stats, because what's the roll on all stats? 13. It's 39. No, it's actually pretty close. You don't really gain that much from all stat. But either way, like I would look into like yeah, I would definitely look into like this node right here is very efficient. It's accuracy and 10 dexterity, right? So like maybe you get this and then maybe you could squeeze out a little bit more stats somewhere. Yeah, send me the PoE2 slash profile setup link. I mean before the PoE Ninja. Just send me this, and you can send it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, I hope that helps. I feel like your next step is just moving off one of the amethysts or bismuths, just so that you can get quicksilver. I feel like it's gonna make the build feel like a lot better, if that makes sense. Yeah. And then crossbow, yeah. I mean, your crossbow is already pretty good. It's actually really good. But yeah, you get one that's higher. I feel like, that's the whole point. That's the whole reason why we want run painters, right? Because we can use Giga crossbow. So yeah, I guess the other thing is your Trinity getting you to a breakpoint, right? So 23 is the breakpoint that you could get to with Endless Blizzard and just the Assuming that the amulet bug is an actual bug, 23 is the highest you can get to. It's 27. Okay. Wait, how? Plus 2, 20 base plus 3 Trinity, 23 plus 2 Gemling, 25 plus 1 Endless Blizzard, 26. Like, I understand you put Fire Mastery in there. Yeah, I understand. Did they fix it? Because Trinity was showing, like, for example, on the tooltip, it was showing, I don't know. Oh, it was like, it shows 27 in game on this tooltip as well, like on both here and the tooltip. Yeah, so I don't know if this is a bug or not. Handy thinks it's probably visual. I'm kind of inclined to believe it. But yeah, it's basically not taking into account the gems right now. The gems in the in the amulet. Sorry, in the amulet aura. Sorry, I'm not saying it's not taking into account, but it's visually not, if that makes sense. We don't know. We don't have a training dummy to test. So I feel like Diablo has one, like, hello? So we don't really know, if that makes sense. Yeah, it so does need a testing dummy. I mean, I don't know how much GB2 is right now, but you could, if you wanted to, you could buy a GB2 and slap it on and see if you see a noticeable difference. If you do, then that probably means that you're not that the fire mastery in amulet is bugged, and you're probably not actually reaching 27, if that makes sense. But it's all based on feel, so it's kind of hard to say, if that makes sense. But yeah, I would say, yeah, so that's all I have to say. Like, I feel like your rings could be better so that you could potentially run like a Quicksilver. I feel like Bismuth Amethyst is quite overkill. Um, but yeah. Daniel Zapata says, is a +2 prism better than a rare jewel? I need to POB it, but I'm pretty sure a +2 is better than a rare jewel. But then again, you can get some crazy rare jewels, so I don't really know yet right now. What are the best stats for More Invictus 4 GB? Look at my guide. Those are the best ones. The most important is gonna be, in my humble opinion, HP and spirit is the most important. Then HP and some sort of resistance. New Fallen from Grace, thank you a lot to love hanging out around. See you next time when you're streaming. And once again, yeah, dude, no worries. Enjoy it. Enjoy the build, enjoy everything. Okay, I want to look at the Infernal Cry build next, and then whoever else is next, please send the link. Zorax Zoraxus, please send me your link again. Like I said, my knowledge level is not gonna be very high for Infernal Cry. But yeah. But I'm really praying for I'm really praying for more Corrupted Blood uniques. I think, yeah, I think it's so cool. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the sacrificial regalia. The the non-unique version. Wait, do you need tending on this? Doesn't it roll spirit by itself? What's the point of tending? Trying to... Holy shit. Oh my god, this helmet. Oh, I don't care about ad revenue, dude. I was gonna turn off the ads. I don't know how to. I turned off the pre-roll ones. I just want you guys to have a good experience. I don't care about the ads. Just Dan, if you look at my sheet, I there's like alternate guys, you don't need ignite and flammability magnitude. You don't even really need flammability magnitude. When I put out that 6 divine budget build, I honestly didn't know how popular the build was gonna get. I just had those jewels because I didn't know how much flammability I needed to be able to ignite every single time. But it turns out that you need very little. So you really just need ignite magnitude. And even then, I think damaging ailments deal damage faster is a bigger multiplier. You heard it here first. That's crazy. Yeah, Drunken Myth Ghost. I just want you guys to have a good experience. Like I'm not in it for like a yeah. I'm gonna figure out how to turn off ads. Oh, thank you for subscribing. You didn't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to turn off. Yeah, I'll do it right now. Cause I really do hate the ads on Twitch. Like, why do they have to be so long? Yo, Kimarino, are you gonna play the campaign? That's my wife. She trolls me all the time. I okay. All right, hang on. Let's turn off the ads. I haven't died since level 95. That's a big flex. I think you're just. I think you've just. This is just like. Hang on. Oh. I was scheduling ads but turning off pre-roll ads. I have turned it off, guys. The ads are gone. I think. Let me know if you get an ad though. I love Scythus. How would you adapt the Kim's build for the floor as lava? Let me. I'm fucking dying. Let me double check. Am I doing it wrongly? Ads not scheduled. Oh, let's put it to 0 as well. Just in case, I guess. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I can't get as well. Oh my god. This is the fucking this is the what was the meme again? Just Storm's Rebuke. This is a Storm's Rebuke all over again. Loridan, I already turned off pre-roll ads, so I don't think anyone has experienced that ever since I started streaming, because I personally hate those. But I didn't know that the in-stream ads were still running. I would prefer to just have the ads off. Kim, are you gonna play through the campaign? Or at least just a starting tutorial? Hello? Taco Cat says, how would you adopt Kim's build for this flawless lava? You'll be fine. It's the tutorial. You wanna play? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. The Health Stacker Chinese build. Oh, you mean the guy that has the capped evasion and armor? Yeah, that to me that's overkill. But he also has like no rarity because he plays with a rarity color. What's the cutest build to ever exist? What do you guys think? I think it's Nemes, no? PoE1 Nemes? Isn't Nemes the cat skill? Nemes. I've never played it. What? Oh my god. With MTX? How do I... PP... I like the cat skill. How do I show Kim? Soul Ren... Oh, there you go. That's the one that I think it was Crouching Tuna who plays this shit, right? What do you think, Kim? Oh, Kim, we're gonna run you through the campaign. Are you down? Guys, I want to play has anyone played the Soul Rest build? The Cyclone? I feel like if I'm gonna play PoE1, I want to play this. I missed out on this last week because I went Spectres. Not that Spectres are bad. Do the cats come back? I don't think so. Professor Heimer, what's up? Are you Ty? Oh, you're the guy who writes Heimer. I wanted to write 5555 back. I love this build. This is so hilarious. I love whimsical mages. I played Forbidden Rite, so Soul Sacrifice with Cats on Soul Ren. It was so cute. I mean, I feel like there's some cute companions. I mean, it's cute like MTXs too, right? Okay, Kim, are you gonna play or not? I'm not Thai, but I have a bunch of Thai friends. So they, when we used to grow up playing Dota, we would go like 5-5-5-5-5, or like when we would play against Thai people, we would just go like 5-5-5-5-5-5-5-5. Um, hey, can you recommend Trumpy Gaming? What build? Sorry. Okay, let's finish the. Dude, I don't know what to tell you. This build is sick. Um, how did you grow up playing Dota? I know. Europeans. I guess, yeah, yeah. Europeans and Asians are always like, what the hell? You know, I moved to the U.S. I moved to the U.S. and no one plays here, dude. League does have some cute champions. Are you gonna w- play the campaign? Just play the tutorial. It's like 10 minutes. I'll go get some water. I'll just leave you with the chat. Come. The thing is, I know she's rotting on the couch as well. Savage Granda, what's up? Oh, Kim. So Savage Granddad has 7 grandkids, and he plays PoE. Isn't that is that what you see in my life? Is that what you see in my life, Kim? Guilty as charged. The guy actually knew his stuff. Yeah, the guy, dude. I was like, I didn't know what Savage Granddad's knowledge level it was. I was like, oh, is this like a granddad that like just started playing PoE? So I was nervous for him to be trying Glacial Bolt. But then he's like, I've been playing for 10 years. I'm like, okay, all right, you're good then. Everyone's having fun in the temple. Make 5 of the grandkids aura rarity pods. No, I think last time Savage Granddad was like, he was like, my kids make me play Fortnite. Oh my god. That was a good stream. That was the same stream when I was asking Lloyd to like spread it. Oh my god. Mrs. Slowhead. Welcome. Oh, I think I've seen you follow before. Welcome back. Okay. Zorax, I don't really have any notes for you. You obviously know what you're doing, but I do have a thought for you before I close this out. Did you ever try um The Last Lament? So the reason why I was interested in this was, you guys remember the Galvanic Shards Lich? Like, was it 0.3? This crossbow, the most surprising part about this crossbow was the disgusting amount of single target damage Requiem was able to do with like no investment in like cold or whatever. Like, it just fucking just does so much damage for no reason. Um, I I don't know. Oh man, this is a year ago. Keep in mind, but
Okay, this is a year ago, but you could be bleeding while doing that. But this is from one skill use. Like, this is from one Requiem. So and this season, right? You can actually get to 20. I assume you can perfect flux this, but it's not all cold damage, right? Like, look at the numbers on this. You get to 20,000 base damage. I don't know, but I was kind of not theory crafting, but I was thinking, hey, that was a solve for Galvanic Shards Lich potentially, and we didn't really invest in like cold. I mean, obviously Galvanic Shards has a bunch of attack damage, but we have a bunch of global damage, right? We have a bunch of fizz, which it kind of like, which we do benefit a little bit from. Like, I don't know, like. Yeah, I don't know. Especially if the corrupted blood is snapshotted, meaning like you just cast corrupted fully stacked and then just requiem. Um, I would the easiest thing to do is burnout. Burnout, so that you can drop this part of the tree. If you look at my POB in the first link in my MOBA, you'll be able to see it. Is it worth dropping 1% quality on all skills for 50 spirit? Yes, it is worth. 1% is not that much. 1% is about 20% more magnitude. Wait. Yeah, 20%. Yeah. Everything in Spirit Walker is cute. Oh, yeah, you're right. The stags? Kim, are you here? She's tuned out. But yeah. I think this could be interesting. I don't know. It does cold. It's cold convert, so like part of it. So I don't know if there's like a yeah, Savage Granddad. That's totally fine. Yeah, sure. You might have to like rework the tree a little bit, I guess. Like you probably want like as much attack damage as possible. I don't know, but if the damage seems promising without like not that much like investment, then like maybe it's worth like reworking the tree a little bit. Um, but yeah, let me know. I mean, and then that way you could go for like. Aren't there like Zoom answer builds? Okay, Kim, come. I want to drink water. I was trying to bleed ignite build. Yeah, we were trying it too. We were trying it too. Zoo Spirit Walker. Yeah, there's like bears and stags, stag companions. My god. PoE streamers and their ability to yap for fucking 20 minutes in front of us. You can't even see what the fuck the build is about. Just yapping nonstop about the fucking skill gems. No, I love Gazi, dude. We got a wolf. We got a wolf. Oh my god, I don't have YouTube Premium. We got a wolf. We got the monkey, obviously. Snake. Serpent. Oh, and isn't the build of the week the grenade stag? What is it? Monkey will get nerfed. Okay, this is not that pretty. Oh, look at this, Kim. It's a stag. Stag launcher, yeah. This is a stag, isn't it? Isn't a stag a deer? Or some sort of offshoot of a deer? You guys think monkey will get nerfed? I feel like, doesn't it struggle in Expedition? Or like, it's not like a one button like destroy all, right? No, I don't think stags. Isn't it a male something? You think so? Oh, it's a stag is a fully grown deer. Wait, Miss Lowhead. Deer is deer, stag is stag. Oh my god, did I fall for the AI overview? That's what Kim does all the time. Adult male. Boo-hoo, we actually have to invest more than 5 div to do okay in Expedition. Okay, so it's still... Miss Lowhead, do you... what do you play in PoE? Master Muttley had to chime in. He's like, no. I don't know. Everyone's like, no, it didn't. I looked up the dictionary. It is a deer. I think. Oh, don't watch that, Kim. Oh, I was just curious, that's all. Like, I just like to know what people are playing. If it has antlers, it's a stag. Okay. But it's still a deer. If the deer has antlers, it's a stag. See that? You're launching stags. Stag is an adult male deer. Okay. Stag gate is over. Stag gate is over. Would you rather be deer? Can we not overthink how to call wild forest cows? Oh my god. Oh my god. Stag gate continues. We're talking about reindeer now? Did I just watch a deer and moose edit? Seeing one of those at 2 without any lights is fun. £1,500? Oh, they have a hump. 80 inches. They're just getting antler mogged right now. Moth, as our resident and only Gen Z besides Kim, is that a good comparison? They're getting antler frame mogged. Who is the other Gen Z? It's Mob. Everyone else is fucking old, including me. Kim is also Gen Z. Oh, and Moth has that crying cat? That crying, like, clown cat? They have that profile picture, which I know you love. I'm borderline Gen X. God fucking Fat Meat Rocket. Thank you for following. Kim, 10 minutes, campaign. Let's go. Come on. I want to go drink water. The people demand to be entertained. What the fuck, Kim? All right. Anyone else need help, or should we just keep talking about animals? Well, I drink my morning tea. If you don't mind, what like general region of the UK are you from, Savage Granddad? Do you have a Cockney accent, a Birmingham accent? I don't know my UK very well. Liverpool, posh accent. I'm in Somerset, UK. Man at the docks himself, he's like, come find me, my grandkids will protect me. Farmer accent. All right, how do I search what that sounds like? Would you say that you have a Lincolnshire farmer accent? West Country accent? West Virginia? Is that the West Virginia of the UK?
BBC Radio Lincolnshire, like most of the BBC, usually likes to talk proper.
Good morning, this is BBC Radio Lincolnshire on 94.9 FM. It's The Breakfast Show, I'm William Wright, and it's Friday, so...
One voice, though, is distinctly different. And rather incomprehensible to some listeners.
Well, one thing I always call it Is it time for victuals, mate? I'll just call it victuals. That's maybe on in my way, but if we're two of them, I say to my brother, we better go for some victuals, mate, and off we go for the dinner.
Okay. Does that not sound kind of like a super southern accent as well in the US?
You made that word up, didn't you?
Victuals?
Yes.
No, it's a proper word.
What victuals then?
Victuals, dinner.
To others, though, he's the authentic voice of the county.
Yeah, we like listening to you every Friday morning.
There you go.
Talk
That's a
out-
northern accent.
It's right there all along.
Okay, say hi.
No, I'm nervous.
All right, Kim's here. She's gonna play the campaign.
No, I'm not.
Kim, come here. Oh my god, she ran away. Oh my god. Guys, there's not domestic abuse happening. I just dropped a water bottle. I'm drinking water. She gave me water. West Country accent. All right. Yeah, so true. Kim is the abuser. All right. West Country accent. Let's go. This is what I imagined. This is what I imagine Savage Granddad is like while blasting like 15 remnant expeditions. Black country accent. That's awesome.
Oh, my loveliest Buttercup Joe here. They got names for people like you around here. I don't know what it is, because I'm not from round here. Okay then, my loveliest. Buttercup Joe.
The UK sound is a rich array of many beautiful regions.
Now, as you've probably gathered, the West Country accent is lovely. It's a very fun accent, isn't it, Tom? But some people will associate the West Country accent.
This is Savage Granddad right now.
Which is bizarre, but I think that because someone has this accent, it doesn't. We only pronounce the R.
Oh my god.
And there are certain phrases that you would only hear from someone in the West Country. For example,
All right, my lover.
hello, mate.
Gertlush.
Very good.
What is How would you feel about Gert Lush? A black country accent, is that a southern like US accent or is that a UK accent? That's said a lot around here. Okay. Got you. Gert Lush. Thank you for, I love learning about like all different things, so thank you for indulging. Oh, black country is northern accent. Okay, gotcha. It's not. Oh, I thought you were talking about African American country, southern African American accents. UK. Okay, gotcha. Do I just search that? Am I gonna get... Yeah, you do. I mean, even just like watching UFC, like Paddy the Baddy, he's a Scouser, right? Is that Liverpool? Oh my god, his accent's so funny. There's this video of him, like, I mean, he just seems like such a good guy, but like, there's this video of him, like, his like dog took a shit on a yard, and you can for like Americans or like anyone who's not in the UK, like, you can barely understand what he's saying. Have you guys heard this one?
My dog's just had like a sloppy. Hello, look. My dog's just had like a sloppy outside. I was just wondering if you got some water. I don't want to leave it outside your front path. It is.
I'm 5 minutes away from home. Don't worry, I'll clean it.
It's just, like, you sure? I feel terrible. Know what I mean?
No, it's alright.
It's just had the proper sloppy and I can't even pick it up with a poo bag. Know what I mean?
Don't worry, I'll clean it when I get in.
Thank you very much once again. I'm sorry about that. I hate to.
Kim has a southern accent, so I would okay. Okay. Sorry, one last one because I'm just a curious person. Black country accent UK. Is it a Birmingham accent?
On Murdoch Way, less than 20 metres from the M6, neighbours Jim Sargent and Alan Sanders have some experience of nighttime roadworks.
It's just been hectic. From 2008, we've had work day and night, 24 hours a day for at least 2 to 3 years, and it was horrendous. When the workmen are on the motorway doing nighttime work, it's so loud. I mean, you get sleep deprivation. Friday night, they was doing roadworks, all 4 lanes southbound, at a standstill, and every time the traffic moved away in the lorries, my windows were shaking violently as if we was having a mini earthquake. You know, I mean, I'm on sleeping tablets through it.
What are they saying? I heard a little like sleep deprivation.
Retweets.
One I posted is way more insane. Okay.
Gardaí and County Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon. One of the farmers is offering a reward for information leading to the return of the ewes, which are worth thousands of euro.
Well, find them. That's right, then you own them in. Anyone can see it. Find them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the...
What is going on? What the fuck? I'm overstimulated.
Mountain Commonage ahead of lambing. He discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Why?
Possible at night, there'd be a full moon there about night, and it should be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about night, sure. Well, there was 45 sheep missing, Mike, and the lambs and everything, and the sheep, just count out the nice bit of money, like. To be done about it, nothing.
Mikey's next door neighbour says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all that difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and go at night.
Have a...
It's not all that difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and go at night, some moonshine night, just put the dog around him, put him on a trailer and walk him.
I can hardly understand him. You're doing better than me. I would have thought that he's speaking some sort of sheep herding language. Any sheep in PoE? I don't think so. His accent is so strong it made my water turn to Guinness. Oh my god, Andy. Any gleeks in the chat? This conversation is protected by Irish to Irish encryption. This accent is worth learning in case you're ever cross-examined in court. The sheep left because they couldn't understand their owner. Thank you guys for sharing the awesome accents. I'm generally like very like curious, person, so yeah. Where'd my tornado go? Okay. I'm about to hop off in a few minutes. Like, did I miss anyone's PO? I know we got like massively sidetracked. So I apologize. But is there anyone's question? Anyone have any questions on builds? Or should we just talk about should we just keep looking at like Kim, are you here? What about this guy? The Ox Run one. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't think there are any gleeks in the chat, Kim. These are all the pets. I think it's just the cats. What do you think? You can see its guts. Looks like my youngest grandkid. What's next for this build? I'm gonna put together a Mage Blood version. So, what's next for this build? I can kind of give you my thoughts, I guess. I have some people on Discord testing Withered. So there is a specific Lore Weave mod that allows your Withered to be applied to fire damage. Withered also increases fire damage taken. And then you can actually scale Withering Presence to the point where it can instantly stack 10 stacks. So 500% increased fire damage taken. So you can see here the quality on Wither makes it so that the higher the quality, the lower the less intervals between each Wither stack, and it can actually go negative stacks. Yeah, you can actually go negative. So I feel like that's gonna be like the next big power bump. Not that like we need more damage, but you know, I guess if we ever get to a boss or a delirium mob where like a boss where it's like extra resistances or whatever, not as shreds resistances, but you're gonna be able to tell the difference. Do you need it? Not really, but it's also not that much investment because we would just take out one of the lines here, right? So, yeah. Yeah, and then Decree of Flight, like Drunken McGhost is saying, would be nice to work into the build. So, I mean, not that much really. I mean, like if we move off of... So, the running idea is that we can drop Temporal Chains if we move to Mage Blood, because Mage Blood gives us all the tankiness in the world that we need, especially on an armor build. We get so much flat armor. We don't need Temporal Chains anymore. So we actually can just remove Blasphemy and then run Mage Blood, right? And then we can just keep with Arctic Armor and cast on Dodge and Spirit on Amulet. So that's like the easiest swap, I think. Just take out Blasphemy. Good, I'll be able to find this. And then yeah, like what Handy is saying, decay modifiers on gloves to just get like more ignite magnitude. Yeah. Besides that, it's not too much. I mean, yeah, Mage Blood, potential Wither tech, Absent Amulet, decay modifiers on gloves, Flame Blast +2 or +3, which I already slotted it in right here. Yeah. No, because Oil Grenade's an attack, so cast on Dodge only applies to spells. Yeah, that's totally fair, Savage Granddad. I'm actually gonna start recommending people do that. Like just use cast on Dodge for, like I have Refutation and just use cast on Dodge for mobility and like a little bit of tankiness. And then yeah, you can just manual cast. I think I get like too caught up in, because I personally don't mind that, but I did get a bunch of complaints on my comments saying like, oh, it's like, you know, the mosquito singing. So I want to provide solutions for everyone, but I think I get too caught up in like trying to like satisfy everyone, if that makes sense. But I do completely agree. I'm totally fine with what am I saying? With Oh my god, my brain is melting. I'm totally fine with manual casting. Are you gonna set up Kim? Kim! Are you here? Harold Gaming says, hello, I want to say I love your lava. I've been tinkering with a lot of possibles. All grenade levels do matter, but it's not that important. It increases the base AoE slightly, but it's not super important. Kim, quick tutorial run before bed. Cast on dodge. I heard it's really good. I heard it's like instant freeze. Thanks a lot for the lava. My GPU hates you. No problem, dude. I sent Handy a potential interaction that could be interesting for another build. So potentially we'll explore that. But I definitely want to get like a Mage Blood variant out because people are asking. So yeah. Go set her up with the monkey. No, I don't. Here's my thing, like, I feel like if you don't play through like a game, like you won't really appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm happy to do it for her, but I guess speaking from my personal experience, like if my friends like load me up with like good shit, like I kind of need to feel the struggle, but maybe not everyone needs to feel. Maybe not everyone feels that way. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna play around with it tomorrow too, Andy. Yeah, well, I'm getting more seed. I think you can get grenade cooldown on your crossbow, and then you can also get more cooldown reduction, like I'm getting right now as well. Yeah. I guess next time then for Kim. Such a faker. What's next for this? Okay, yeah, I think that's all the questions. It looks like my youngest grandkid. I'm not playing 4 acts of Twister ever again. I don't know, guys. Oh, I guess Spirit Walker you do need to play Twister. Because for Mercenary, I had a blast league starting with Permafrost. It was so fun. And then around like level 50, I swapped to Galvanic and Stormblast. So fun as well. It's just Galvanic's kind of hard to scale for like really, really high-end stuff. It hits like a wet noodle. Oh, you lose. Oh, because of the you do. I mean, you could always take it out, right? If you feel like you're not dying. As well. Yeah. Crossbow leveling is great. I don't like grenades, though. For leveling. I love grenades. Okay, let me see where she is. All right, I have discussed with Kim. She will pick her class. I think. We'll do a simulacrum real quick. Frostflame Nova scales quadratically with overwhelming presence, so it's super easy to perma-freeze everything. Oh god. I thought I had my ignite on. My hand is still fucked. Wait, overwhelming presence. That's the aura, right? Oh, so you're running overwhelming? Wait, I gotta think about what you're saying. But wouldn't lowering ailment threshold just allow you to like freeze better? It doesn't increase the damage, right? And scales off the threshold. Oh, okay, I understand. More freeze buildup for 1% of... Okay, okay, got it. Gotcha. But it's not damage tech, right? Like it's like perma freeze tech, which is still valuable, but I'm just trying to understand like the intention or the goal behind it. Got it. You're just being, it's just kind of cool that you can perma freeze everything and then yeah. Okay, I got you. I feel like for Kim or like for new players, like wouldn't a minion build be like just low cortisol? Hello, Kim, are you there? Damn, the grand guys, me being a minion lover and the granddad's like, that's fucking boring. Oh, so good. Feno, I honestly I would not recommend playing this in the campaign because I think it's just kind of slow. Because if you don't have cast on dodge, I think you're just like moving a little bit too slow. I mean, I haven't tested it, Feno, so I don't know exactly. But I guess there's theoretically nothing stopping you from playing this build. Like all you would really need is just quality on your on your Flame Blast, right? And then you would just get insane ignite magnitude once you get to advanced thaumaturgy. No? I hate minions and pet builds. Oh, got my... Yeah, that makes sense. I love minions. In PoE 1, I'm like a big like Spectre guy. My first successful build was Discharge, and then I started playing like Discharge Trap. It wasn't successful, but like I just made it to the end game with it because I for like 2 years since like the game, like the beta or whatever, or like the game first came out, PoE 1, like I could never finish like the end game. I could never play like a transition build or like transition. I just got bored. But my first one was Discharge, and then where I really hit everything in the end game was Summon Raging Spirits. I have such a soft spot for that skill. Oh, Flame Blast is a level 13 gem. Okay, there you go. Arcali's Fang, yeah, for sure. Now she teaches me on minion builds? That's awesome. Hey, Kim. Hello? Thanks for the information before. Sorry. Oh, no worries. I hope I was helpful. I don't know how helpful I am today because I keep getting sidetracked by deer, stag, country accents. But I hope it's been helpful and also, you know, productive. You're leveling as a bear. I don't know what's fastest. I think if you can get a Giga crossbow, I personally would say permafrost bolts and fragmentation rounds. I don't really like grenades leveling because I just don't like waiting or like hiding the mobs into it or like that playstyle. But I personally would say still permafrost bolts, especially if you have a good crossbow. I don't know if you're like league starting right now or whatnot, but yeah. Is it really? Maybe I'm just... I played Mercenary League started like 3 leagues. I don't... Is it that much better than... I understand how it's that much better in maps. Like early maps, league start scenario, like you get to like the early end game. Is it really that much better in campaign? It is? Grenades rock for leveling? Okay. I trust you guys. You guys are all good players, so I trust you guys. Okay, fine. Well, I rerun a Legion starting this quite smoothly. I finished campaign around 5 hours. That's fast. That's pretty fast. High Z says, does oil grenade levels or a better expo scale the ignite damage? Your expo doesn't do anything. Neither does your oil grenade for damage. The oil grenade levels slightly improve the AoE, but all of our damage comes from quality. Our staff, to a lesser extent, but this is what is, guys, if you guys want to know what is scaling Flame Blast so much, it's this. 90% more magnitude of damaging ailments per stage. We get 10 stages. We're close to 1000% more magnitude of damage scaling territory. This is what allows us to build like pretty much defenses and rarity without any investment, you know, very little investment into offense. This quality is your most important scaler. Yeah, I think so too. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay, grenade. Okay, fine. I just think that permafrost bolts are so cool, and like it's really easy. Like 1-2 button build. You can just keep walking forward. Rampart Raptor. Yeah, I played it a bunch with Rutu Stacker. Like when he was doing Rampart Raptor, I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. Also, welcome Silver Surfer. Alright guys, last few questions and I'm gonna hop off. I guess, I don't know where Kim went, so. Maybe next time we'll get a tutorial run out of her. First time playing Ignite build, so unsure of the mechanics. Am I correct in saying that Ignite damage is based on the fire damage which triggers the Ignite? Yes. There's multiple factors to it, but for most Ignite builds, they are looking to hit as hard as possible with their initial hit. And then on top of that, getting as much magnitude of damaging ailments and magnitude of Ignite. So think of it as like twofold, basically. The basics of it. You want to hit hard, and then you also want to invest in scaling the damage magnitude, the damage over time magnitude, if that makes sense. Love your build and help. Thanks, man. No worries, dude. I appreciate you checking out the builds. It's always so wholesome on stream because like I feel like on my YouTube and Reddit, I'm like struggling for my life. Because I feel like, you know, you're probably only going to comment if something is wrong with the build. So most of my comments like, oh my god, I put the thing in the wrong weapon set, I do 0 damage. Oh my god, like, you know, I pick Valpak, like, etc. So it's always nice to be on stream and see people who like put together the build and enjoy it. I mean, I don't claim for that the build is perfect, but it's nice to see people like get success with it. My favorite comments are people saying like I made back my build in like 2 maps. Yeah, sure. And I appreciate you guys. Rough time zone differences here, UK. Yeah, we got some UK people here. I feel like because of the hours I stream, I do get like some European people. I spent 20 div and made back 80 in the same day. I love that you're so bloody off topic. 85% of What's your next league start gonna be? Econ reset soon. Is it gonna reset soon? People say September, right? Sync X100 just passing on here to say that the Glacial Bolt build Glacial is insane. I'm doing it with Tactician and it's nuts. Thanks for the build. Gonna try this one now. Yeah, sure, dude. No worries. I think so too, Silver Surfer. I think September or October feels better for me. August? Okay, gotcha. The build does not work with Black Flame Covenant. Well, I don't know about the Keystone. I would love for you to test that, but not with the ring. Yeah, Flame Blast is definitely getting cooked. GB, I think GB will fly under the radar because if you were the PoE balancing team and you're looking at some of these alt qualities, you would look at Arctic Armor. Oh my god, you know what I mean? 300% armor at max stages. You would look at whatever, you know, like cast on Elemental Ailment, 80% Spirit Reservation. You would look at I don't know, like cast on dodge, like 2.2 meters. Like you would look at all. Glacial Bolt has a very sleeper OP quality. I blame you for getting Flame Blast nerfed. Glacial Bolt has a very sleeper quality, so I personally feel like I'm coping right now, but I'm hopium and copium that it will not get nerfed. Assuming that Flame Blast gets nerfed, I'll probably start Glacial Bolt. But you know what the insane thing is? Like, let's say they nerf Flame Blast alt quality by 50%. It's low-key still, like, really playable. Because on the top end, I was getting, you know, like, I was at, like, 40% in my budget build. Or, like, 400%. 500%. So, like, you would need better gear, but not much better gear. You would just need more quality. I'm not the first one on Flame Blast. Yeah, for sure. For sure, I'm not. Like, far from it. For a bit of min-max, you can get 23 qual. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. Yeah. I just really haven't had time to upgrade my character at all. I've just been... Every time I hop on, I'm streaming or I'm recording something, so I'm like... I don't have time to... Like, not that I don't have time, but, like, I just haven't found the time to, like, farm and stuff. Moth, I blame you for getting Flame Blast nerfed. There's been way bigger videos and content, but I guess I kind of contributed to it, I guess. But who knows? Maybe they just won't for the economy reset, you know? Oh, I didn't ruin. I just realized I didn't fully there we go. Right now I have refutation. But typically I have tornado, but I think I'm gonna probably drop tornado and just recommend people manual cast like what Savage Granddad and a few others are doing. I think it causes too much confusion and like messes up the ignite too much. For me it's fine, but I don't know, like it seems to wreak havoc on some other builds, so yeah. Put on decree for that spamming and hideout, yeah sure. Dodge roll distance. Drunken McGoat's like, I need to see it. I need the reduce cooldown would be a more fair all qual. I wouldn't mind that. Because then we can actually play Flame Blast as a main skill. Fucking wings, bro. Wait, what MTX combo do people get for like the combo of like the wings and the decree? Do other elements have the same interaction with the tornado? Oh, take off boot mog. That's why. Thank you. Oh, there you go. What rings are needed for your lore weave craft? I think it might be cheaper to buy a Crackle Creep one, because the only one that's required, it's not even required, but I would do ignite to inflict spread to other enemies. So it might be easier to buy those. But the ring would be Crackle Creep, and then the other ones, I don't even know what. I think this is Grip of Kolomak. So I wouldn't recommend the others. I guess if you're gonna craft one, I would do like Crackle Creep, Death Rush, or what is it, the Onslaught one, and then maybe like one more. Yeah, it is sick. But yeah, I would buy one, honestly. I would buy one that says ignites you spread to other enemies. Yeah, it's sick. Savage Granddad, Black Flame from Nothing won't let you I don't think it'll let you spec the actual node. So that could be, yeah. Heizy, I was trying to experiment with that. It doesn't seem to work. Because if you experiment with it, put on Herald of Blood. Just so you can see. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I'll send you guys. Actually, there's like really cool people in there. So yeah. Oh, my own. Oh, okay, there we go. My link is there. Yeah. Yeah, there's really smart people there. I feel like a lot of people we're testing all day in there. I would love your ideas. Using Flame Blast of Chaos, yeah, I believe the hit with Flame Blast can be converted as usual, but Ignited Ground doesn't get converted. Oh, welcome, Drunken McGhost. I appreciate you. Like, I appreciate you sharing your ideas on Twitch and stuff as well. All right, guys, I'm off. Hope you guys enjoy the build. I'm off next week, so I'll try and get like a video or two out. Definitely like a end game video, and then like a potential new build like interaction to showcase as well. I'll tell you guys about it on Discord first if you guys are in there. Just so you guys like know, and you know, if you're interested, you could buy this stuff first. Good night, Mr. Streamer. I appreciate. Wait, Mauve, what time zone are you in? I feel like you're like on all the time. If you don't mind me sharing, if you don't mind me asking. It's these youngsters. Better put Decree in. I probably can, yeah. I can put in Decree in the Mage Blood build for sure. Oh, same time zone as you? Oh, okay, yeah. West Coast? Okay, gotcha. Go to bed, kiddo. Gen Z? I'm kidding. Alright. Alright, guys. See you guys. And then, yeah, join Discord for updates. See you guys. You're in summer vacation? I'm East.